Hello. Good morning. As I promised you in my previous video, today we are going to look at the structure of the core maths. Core maths has been divided into two sections. We have section A and section B. When you look at the section A is supposed to be 50 questions. So with the section A 50 questions, you answer all the questions. And it's supposed to be objectives. So you shade your answer on the shading paper. So you answer all the 50 questions on the shading paper. Make sure you shade every information that you are supposed to shade on the shading paper. Your name, your index number, your school number, all those things should be shaded. And after that, you make sure you choose your right answer. Then you shade against the um, you shade on the shading paper so that at least we can mark those ones for you. Now let's look at the structure of the section B. Section B is in two parts. We have part 1 and we have part 2. When you pick part 1, part 1 is supposed to be 5 questions, and that part is compulsory. So you are supposed to answer all the 5 questions in part 1. You are supposed to answer all the 5 questions in part 1. Then you come to part 2. In part 2, we have 8 questions. And with the 8 questions, you are supposed to answer 5 out of the 8 so that it makes 10 questions. So in section B, we are supposed to answer 10 questions. So some of the mistakes some of the students does is that they answer probably 3 in the compulsory, then they will come and answer 7 from the optional, or the 7 in the 8 in the optional. If you do that, or 7 in the optional, if you do that, though you are having your 10 questions, we'll mark the 3 compulsory, we'll mark all the 8 or the 7 that you've done, then we pick just 5, the best 5, so that we add it to the previous 3 that you've done, or the compulsory, so that it makes 8. Though you've done more than 10, but it's only 8 marks, 8 questions that will be used in grading you, because you did not really follow the instructions. So you answer 5 here and answer 5 there. So that's what you have to do. Some of the things that you can also do is that if you can answer more than 10, if you can answer the compulsory questions, or the compulsory questions, and answer more than 5 of the optional, you can do so. And if you do that, what we will do is we will mark everything for you, then choose the best 5 from the option and add to the compulsory. So even if you can work all the 8 questions within the stipulated time, then you can do that. Then you add the other 5 to the compulsory, making 10. We mark all of them, then choose your best 5 and add to the compulsory 5, so that you make your 10. So the other 2 will not be awarded. What we'll do is we'll write MQA, more questions answered, so that one will be left out. So you can also do that. That one is also allowed. You can do that. But the mistake you shouldn't do is that leaving some of the optional and maybe thinking that you can do everything in the optional part to add up to get your 10. No, that one didn't work, because we work according to the rules of the game. So these are some of the things you need to know as you write, as you have you are preparing for the incoming core mathematics. The other things probably I'll talk about, some of the mistakes some of the students does in the core maths. We will talk about it in our next video. Continue to subscribe to Francois Maths Class, and you have a lot of information in writing your Wassce. Have a nice day, and bye bye.